Hey YouTube, today we're going to do a little bit different type of a review. We're going to break away from the coffee reviews and we're going to go into something a little different. In this season with the coronavirus and depending on when you're watching this, you could be going right through it right now with your family. We could be on lockdown or we could be recovered from this. But today I wanted to do something to support a small local business. This business is called Murdy Creative Co. Murdy Creative Co. makes leather journals, sunglass cases, coasters, in many different sizes and shapes. And today I just wanted to review one of them. I wanted to review the Murdy Creative Co. journal that I have. This is the Classic Cut 2 model, and I just want to show what is unique about it, why you should buy this journal, or why you shouldn't buy this journal. So I hope this is something that you can find useful. I use this journal for about everything from just writing in, basically writing anything in, my plans. I have different coffee recipes between my cold brew recipes, roasting profiles, things like that. So I do use it quite a bit for coffee. I am actually probably going to get a second one and dedicate solely to coffee and one for everything else. So first off, right at the bat, I want to show some of the few unique things. So this is some really high quality leather that's going to last a lifetime that it's built into. You can get engravings here on the front, on the side right here, and as well as you can put any logo on the front that they can put on for you. You can also even get spine logos and engravings. So you can see right there, I got my last name engraved directly on the side of that there, and it's high quality, it's not going to break, it's not going to rip over time, and it's just going to look good for a long time. I got this journal about 4 months ago and carry it with me every single day. So one of the things that's unique about this and why I specifically wanted this journal is because it came with a pen holder. So you just slide this pen out with your finger like that, so that's probably the easiest way to get it. And each journal comes with the Parker Jotter pen, so that's a nice little plus right there. You don't have to buy a pen separately, but what it does is on this clasp right here, the pen goes through all 3 of those loops and it holds this journal shut, so you don't have to worry about your pages bending or anything like that. You open it up and you can fit a Moleskin Journal. I don't know exactly what brand. Oh, I think it is. It says right there it's Piccadilly or something like that. You can get all different types of journals depending on the size of journal you buy from Murdy, and you can kind of see on their website it has drop-down menus for upgrading your journals. This one came standard in this journal, but I could have upgraded for like a Moleskin journal for $10 if I wanted to, and different brands depending on the size of your journal. So one of the things I just absolutely love about this journal is you can replace this notebook at all times. So once you fill this up, you aren't out and you don't have to spend another X amount of dollars on a journal. You can just simply replace it. And what that looks like is you can look on the side here, there are 3 screws. So you'll just take those out, and inside of it, I'm not going to take it fully apart for you. Inside of it, you can see a metal bracket right about there. And what that does is that goes inside the spine of your journal, and you poke 3 holes in the back binding of your journal that go through, and you just screw it right in there. So that holds it in there. It's not going to fall out. It does a very good job. The name on the back of it, Murdy No. 2, leather is made in the US. Just great craftsmanship, really simple design, but it's something that I enjoy, something that I never see myself getting rid of or replacing unless it's with another Murdy in a different color. This is their espresso color, by the way, so there's many different options you can get of colors and styles of it, even different designs on the front. I've noticed that they've continued to update and continued to put new things on their website, new front cover designs that you can buy stock. But they've always held true to the integrity of this design with the 3 screws. You can even get folios, all these different things, wallets, great stuff. The few things I want to note that I was a little concerned about when I bought it. Now my opinion changed over time. after I've had it. I never tried their customer service to complain or anything like that, but I also never felt like I really needed to. So again, this is 4-ish months of regular use. Not a problem. You can kind of start to see a little bit of the patina right there on that, and a few on the backs here and there. But this is where I wanted to point out. Now, since this is leather, a lot of leather can have scarrings, and that was my only issue, but over time I've grown to like it. But I've noticed that this had a scar right there, a scar right there. You can kind of see it by my finger. Those were the two main ones, but you can also see the beautiful kind of like grain texture throughout here. I've never conditioned this or anything like that, but I do plan to at some point, but just kind of wanted to see how it goes up. So it was, my only concern was those two scarrings, and that's going to happen on leather. That's just what it is. And again, I never tried to reach out to Murdy because I also didn't think it was a big deal. Now, so this is a first journal, so what that means is this is their first quality, shipped out as is, full price, no kind of a discount on it. They do have seconds. So what a second is a defected leather that is still holding true in integrity. So that could be there could be a scar in the leather, a deep, big scar that's more noticeable than these. These are surfacey. You can't feel them really on it, so it's really not that big of a deal. Their seconds have like a little bit bigger scarring on it, and for you that could be a cool thing, or it could not be a cool thing, but it is discounted if you do buy a scar, so there is that. But I love how simple this journal is with this 3 fixture. You just slide your pin in there, and even it's kind of hard to do when you're with the camera. You can see kind of how the pen wears into the leather there, but that's not a big deal or anything, and you just lift up that little part, and this thing is going to be locked. It's not going to come apart. It's a really simple design, but it's a really well-made design that I'm not fearful of ripping or anything like that. I've worked with leather a lot in the past. I used to work at a shoe repair shop dealing with leather, high-end shoe stores. So I've been around leather quite a bit, and I'm actually really happy with this, which I was a little concerned for at first. It's a nice carry size. It's kind of difficult to pull the pin out that way, so what I usually do is I just put my thumb on the bottom part, and it just pops right up, and you pull it out, and you're good to go. I love the pen. I love the journal. It feels good when you are writing on it. It's a decent quality thing here. But I would highly recommend it if you're looking for a journal. One of the things I love is this dude that started this. I believe his name is Colin Murdy. Imagine that. Murdy Creative Co. Named after him and his family, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I don't work there. But I do believe the owner's name is Colin. And he's a young guy who started this company and followed a dream and is doing a really good job of it. So that being said, even though these journals are pricey and things like that, I think it's still worth it because it's a one-time expensive price, and you can just keep buying these journals and putting them in there, and it's fairly easy switch. I have tried to do it once. It's not something that you'd obviously switch on a regular basis, but it does get the job done pretty easily and pretty simple. And it's not something that you have to do very often. You have to fill out a full notebook first. You can kind of see how it's wearing in on the edges, but it's wearing in nice. It's breaking in nice. It's very good. Very good journal, and I'm very happy with it. That being said, I would buy one again. I bought this journal at full price. However, I did join Murdy Creative Co.'s ambassador team, which means there is a link below in my YouTube profile, and you can click on that link and go directly to Murdy's website. And if you buy from that, I would receive a little bit of commission. But in all honesty, if you choose not to use that link, I still want you to buy something, regardless of my benefit. It's a great company. I love young people doing great things and giving back to the community, starting small businesses, giving jobs to people, and taking these risks. And Colin and the Murdy Creative Co team is doing a great job. I've sent a few emails there. They've responded quickly and promptly. Great quality stuff, simple design, in a design that's going to last a lifetime. Again, I've carried this for 4 months so far, using it on a fairly regular basis. And one of the things I love about it is it's my everyday carry. I work at a church, so I often write stuff down, sermon notes, things like that, coffee things on my spare time. But I also got this nice brown Bible recently, and I just love carrying these things together. The espresso color looks great with it, and it's a great every single day carry to add to my carrying around my Bible. And if you aren't a church goer or anything like that, journaling still has a big, powerful habit, can do great things in your life. And for those who are in the coffee profession who are most likely going to be watching this video, as that's the majority of my other videos, I would highly recommend getting this to keep your brewing recipes for all your different brewers, your roast levels, cupping notes, different things like that. This can be a very, very key thing. I'm looking forward to potentially in the future, there's been a lot of talk between me and my wife about potentially starting to roast and sell coffee. So I'm excited to potentially get, if that business actually does become a thing and we do that, I'm excited to get a new Murdy Creative Co journal with our coffee logo on it, and write every single thing about our business in there, and then continue to use it for that business and keep all those journals as a keepsake, and keep all the memories that come along with it. It's a nice thing to have, a good feeling thing. I believe that the millennial generation, which is what I am, we do a lot of things off of feeling. If we feel a high quality thing, we're more likely to pick it up and use it often versus a cheap thing. And it's a lot easier for me to continue to pick up a journal and build a habit with a high quality piece of leather than the Moleskin notebook that you would typically write in. And the huge bonus, my favorite thing about this, and why I went with Murdy Creative Co versus all the other journal brands out there, is simply because I love this pen holder. I always hate trying to find a pen in my bag, and with this, I never have to worry about whether or not I lose it. It's always going to be there. And on top of that, this was the first time I ever used a Parker Jotter pen, and I absolutely love it. It feels great to write with, and it's a huge added bonus that Colin and the Murdy Creative Co team chose to put this pen with this journal so that you could buy it in all-in-one package and be ready to go and ready to write. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's a good video, helpful, and I think in this day and age, it's important to continue to help these small businesses thrive. So I would love for you to go ahead and click that link, which is a sponsored link, and I will get a commission off of that. Just want to make that super clear. Buy a journal, help me out, and help Colin and Murdy Creative Co team out. And if it's that big of a deal and you don't want to support me, still support them without my link, and do what you can to help a small business thrive in this time of need. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you continue on journaling and growing yourself through writing.